Dopamine. Now, in the self-improvement space, if you watch red pill content and you're interested in that niche, if you hear the word dopamine, your mind instantly goes to negativity such as porn, video games, junk food, drugs, whatever it may be. But actually, we need dopamine because dopamine is what gives us feelings such as motivation and happiness. I always used to think dopamine was bad because I was always putting it in the same category as all those addictions I mentioned before. But dopamine is good, but depending on how we get it. I want you to imagine a finish line, right? And the only way for you to feel happiness is if you cross that finish line. Now remember this because I'm going to come back to it in a sec. Porn gives us some of the biggest dopamine spikes, and that's because releasing sexual energy is very powerful whichever way you decide to do it, and that includes busting a nut. This means if we masturbate, that finish line takes longer and longer for us to get to, meaning now we have to do more to feel happiness. This is our dopamine levels rising. Let's just say we keep on fapping, right? Then we want more and more as this finish line is getting increasingly harder and harder to get to. And it comes to the point where you can only feel happiness if you do these bad things. Because maybe a few days ago, you were able to do some good things, like you were still, let's say you're on self-improvement, right? You were able to read and meditate and feel fulfilled in that. But also at the end of the day, do something a bit naughty like masturbate or something, right? Now, the reading and the meditation, that don't satisfy you at all. You can only do the bad things. And sometimes even if your dopamine levels are that high, the addictions you're in right now don't even satisfy you either. So what you do is let's use another analogy here. Let's say you need to reach something up high to satisfy your needs, right? You stack and stack and stack different types of addictions to reach that thing, right? Reach your dopamine level, reach that happiness. So this could be, as well as watching porn, you're starting to vape or you're starting to play video games or anything to hit that dopamine level and finish the race. And this is where you are officially addicted. I've been addicted to certain things before, and because I'm naturally quite self-aware, I was literally able to notice and feel my addiction get worse and worse as I was trying to fight the voices in my head, trying to fight the devil. But that's not going to work because the devil's always stronger than you. You can never kill the devil, but you can resist the devil if you train your mind. And this is where I tell you how to overcome dopamine addiction and shorten that race so it's easier for you to feel happiness without you having to do dumb shit. Now, yes, I could just tell you to stop doing bad things, right? But it's easier said than done. And, listening to that advice will only work for so long. First of all, what you need to do is you need to replace the bad habits with the good ones. And it's something that I've mentioned throughout my channel, but I'll mention it again, right? For example, replace video games with meditating, replace beating your meat with reading, and also add good habits into your day. You don't even necessarily need to replace them. Just add good habits into your day. Journaling, working out, I don't even know, just gratitude, anything that's good and productive and, keeps your mind away from those, your bad addictions. And what you'll start to notice is that your dopamine levels that you have to hit to feel happy start to drop, and the finish line gets easier and easier for you to reach literally as the days go along. It's not some long process where you have to wait months and months to overcome it. Sometimes it can be a couple days and you'll notice yourself feel significantly better to where you were a couple days ago, and you can actually feel proper happiness by doing the good stuff instead of the bad stuff. I mean, how good does that sound, right? Just being able to transfer your bad energy that you use to take part in these addictions into, for example, energy to breathe and meditate, or into energy to work out and lift weights, will make you feel so much more accomplished. Obviously you'll still get urges. We're human. Our urges aren't just gonna go in an instant. We're not bloody Jesus Christ, right? But your urges will get less and less, and you'll start to notice them less and less until you won't even notice them at all. And if you do notice them, you won't even want to do the bad stuff anymore because you've fallen in love with bettering yourself and working hard. The famous quote everyone says is the pain of discipline is never worse than the pain of regret. And this is absolutely true. Yes, I know from experience it may hurt so much. It may hurt so much and almost feel like mental torture. Literally, it feels that bad to not indulge in your addictions. But at least if you're able to deal with these addictions, deal with the pain of discipline, you feel and actually become stronger by the second, right? the pain never lasts forever. When that pain goes, you'll feel so proud of yourself that, you didn't give in straight away, compared to if you did give in straight away and having that regret in literally minutes, right? Because anyone can relapse. There's no strength in relapsing. But if you have relapsed, if you do relapse, if you've quote unquote failed, don't ever go too hard on yourself, because as long as you haven't fully given up and just acted like, well, I've wanked once, I might as well keep on doing it every day, like when I was 12, you know what I mean? You're doing amazing, and I'm really proud of you. So you should be proud of yourself as well. You cannot change the past, but you can prevent it from happening again in the future. So if you do struggle with addiction, this is your new fresh start. Let's do this together. Let's defeat the devil together. Now, if this video has helped you out, which I hope it does, hope it did help you out, I've got plenty more videos across my channel talking about addictions and ways to deal with it. But my main addiction videos is one of the very first videos I made, and it's on screen now. Just me talking about different addictions such as porn and video games and all this bullshit, right? And how to overcome all of them in a very efficient way. Techniques that I've used before that have helped me out personally. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. As always, take care and peace. Bye-bye.